Hey, we're doing it. We are making progress here, okay? You know, your girl sometimes got commitment issues, but I am committed to y'all. Hi, babes. If you're new here, my name is Devereaux Christian. If you are returning, welcome back. Thank you so much for supporting your girl. In this video, highly requested, y'all seen my last two. Your girl got her body done. So this is the update. This is my 3-month update from my BBL experience surgery. So I have questions. Questions from y'all, questions from friends, people who have DM'd me, questions that I thought that when I was going through this whole experience, I wanted answers to. And please don't get me wrong. There may be some stuff that I miss because I am human, but don't forget, go over to my Instagram, follow me on Instagram, same as my YouTube, Devereaux Christian. Message me on here, comment. And don't forget for this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Anyways, okay. So I have questions here listed, okay, of just simply all of the things that, again, I wish not only I knew before surgery, things that I wish other people would have put in their videos. And it's like the minor details. So off rip, everyone wants to know what surgery I had. I had Lipo 360 BBL. Okay. Lipo 360 BBL, they go in, you don't know, they suck out in 12 different areas. So your back, your hips, two, so it's like 6 on your back, and then 1 underneath your hips, and 1 like here, okay? Suck it out. Now, I had aggressive lipo here, okay? Going into my surgery, I was told by my doctor, look, I'm gonna give you what you want, but even after surgery, I recommend you lose about 10 to 15 pounds. 10 to 15 pounds. So, and he said that is essentially for the best results. Lose the 10 to 15 pounds, babes, you are going to be golden. So that's what I've been doing now. Compressing and working out. And yes, I am still compressing. This is now, hold on, because now I have to look at a calendar. I am almost 5 months post-op, okay? Almost 5 months. It'll be 5 months post-op May 5th. Today is the 27th. God dang, May is already almost here. Okay, so Lipo 360 BBL. Where did you have your surgery? I had my surgery in Miami, where the girls go. I wanted to be local. I wanted to be near a hospital that I trusted. So I did do research of the nearby hospitals just in case there were any complications. Aside from your doctor having those relationships with certain hospitals, I wanted to make sure if shit were to go haywire, I would be okay. So yes, Miami, I did not go out the country. I had it within the States. How long did surgery take? It took about 2.5 hours. That is to include only the surgery, okay? So it was 2.5 hours. I arrived at 5 a.m. and they went over my questionnaire again, made sure everything was right. They triple checked, double checked, quadruple checked that information. So the nurse who was gonna be in the room checked, My doctor came in, checked, and then the anesthesiologist came in, checked, okay? The anesthesiologist was the one to take me back, but in surgery, it took about 2.5 hours out of surgery, and that's, putting the IV in and all that stuff, because they do the IV in the surgical room. They don't do it like bedside. The anesthesiologist actually does it. So, surgery time, 2.5 hours. Preparations to add before and after, 3.5 hours. So, and yeah, okay. This question, I personally threw in there because my opinion, everyone should know. So it's recovery house versus Airbnb or hotel. Recovery houses are great when you don't have a friend, a spouse, a relative, somebody to go with you. I think this process in itself is it can be very taxing on the body. So making sure you have someone that you trust to take care of you, I think is crucial. I initially was going to go to a recovery house for specific reasons, but my sister ended up coming with me. We chose a hotel. Not only was the hotel 7 minutes away, the girls go to get their surgeries done. And when I tell you, the girls were I seen at least 4 or 5 other women there having surgeries. So they're very familiar. They know what is happening down the street. There's a few different surgery centers other than my surgery center. There was no issues with staying at this specific hotel, and that it was the Homewood Suites, right near literally directly across on the other side of the freeway from the airport. Perfect. Airbnb, those are people's properties. No, thank you. I didn't want the responsibility of, you got, blood on the sheets, or, you messed this up, you leaked here, y'all didn't want. I've heard horror stories. I watched other girly pops videos. I watched other girls' videos where horrible experiences, whether the cleanliness of the Airbnb, being able to get into the Airbnb in a timely manner, getting set up. No, thank you. I didn't want the hassle of all of that. This whole evolution, this whole process already was very expensive. I wanted to know that if I needed my room clean, I could request that. I wanted to know that, the responsibility of getting new sheets, all of those different things. It just worked for myself and my sister who was taking care of me. And then I had a kitchenette. You guys, if you have not seen, check out my video where I meal prepped. My first week, I meal prepped. Very effective, very cheap. I knew what I was putting in my body, high protein. So there's options. You just have to do what fits best for you. How did you feel in the first week versus the first month? Okay. Fresh out of surgery, I was freezing. Like, I woke up, was very incoherent because of the anesthesia. I'm looking around, I'm like, it was crazy. I've had surgery before. It was a different kind of feeling. I was freezing. My body was aching. And I really did not feel the pain until I got up and they were like, okay, your sister's here. We're gonna take you outside. Girl, when I had to get up in that dang truck, baby, and lay on my stomach, I was in pain. Babes, pain. So the first week, the first day was hard. The second day was challenging. Excuse me, both days were challenging. But by the second day evening, I was going to, even on the first day, when I was in pain and I took a nap and I woke up, I was up and about, walking around. I was just sore. I have a very high pain tolerance, and in my head, for real, like, I looked at it as like, this is something I wanted. This is something that I've always wanted. This was a choice. So for me, it made the pain a little bit more, it made the pain easier, just because I had chose to do this whole entire evolution. So the most uncomfortable time after my surgery, the first day, fresh out of surgery, walking out, like I told you, other than that, sleeping, pretty uncomfortable, I will say. Sleeping, excuse me. Sleeping, not only in this faja, but with the boards, the ab boards, the foams, not being able to sit yet. The compression was tough, but your body gets used to it. Other than that, that's it. Worst part of surgery, pretty much answered that. Fresh out. The massages. My first massage, I didn't get to record that part, so I'll explain to y'all. First massage was the second day. So remember, you get out of, the first day you get out of surgery, you're in compressions, right? Your compressions that you purchased at your surgery center, that I will show you, look like this. So they have a front zipper, they have your cutouts for your new tush, and then they have a little crotch opening that opens from the front to the back. So this goes up high enough where you can do your business in the back and do your business in the front. I had purchased 2 of these because not only I am anal, like I'm very anal about smells, I do not like them, and I'm very, big on like cleanliness. I don't like, no. So I bought 2 of those. On the first day, you're in your compressions, you cannot shower. You have your compression socks on. You cannot take anything off. The first day, I took my compression socks off. Yes, I did wash them because they were drenched in fluids. Get to my hotel, did all of that. Did not come out of my compressions. I did have a drain. My doctor specifically chose to put a drain just for healing purposes. And he felt that it was best for myself. Not everyone will have a drain. So it's completely up to your surgeon at the time of your surgery. What else? So after that, first day, the second day is when you go. I had my first massage the second day after surgery. That morning, went in. Girl, I almost passed out. Now, I had something, my fan, which came in handy. It is crucial. And everything that I personally had for my surgery was majority purchased off of Amazon. I'm gonna link in the description box, okay? You guys can see, but it really helped me. Everything I can honestly, genuinely say, other than like, it helped. I didn't use it as many times as I could have, but majority of everything I purchased off of Amazon was, great money spent. And I think I still have my list. So, side note, let me show y'all real quick. Side note, I planned, you guys can't see, but this list, I planned all the way, like from start to finish. What it cost So I'll go over that. But second day you have surgery, worst part I could definitely say was the massages. My very first massage was dreadful. It was dreadful. I would do the surgery itself 3 times over before I had one of the massages the first time again. That's how bad it was. Do not get me wrong. What helped me get through it was my fan, because I did get very faint. I thought I was gonna pass out. And there's something called All Clears. It's a small little tube, but you know how they say you weigh some alcohol? It helps with nausea. It helps with like that lightheadedness. It's one of those. You stick it up your nose, you inhale deeply, and it helps with that faintness that you may get. We'll link in the description box. Other than that, it wasn't. Worst part was just that. So, next question. What do you feel is the most important part about aftercare? Massages. The massages. That's how you're gonna get your results. 1, making sure you don't retain fluid, and 2, preventing fibrosis. So with yes, you can compress, yes, you can do at home, but I will say when I left, my week later after surgery, I stayed there a full week per my doctor's request, because I wasn't gonna stay 5 days. I think 3 days. I was only gonna stay 3 days because that's all that they said you had to stay initially. He was like, I want you to keep the drain in longer, stay longer. But the most important part about aftercare is massages and compression. Those are the 2 biggest things. Those 2 things are gonna honestly get you the results that you really want. Like that perfection, the surgery was the first part, the first step, but those 2 things get you truly the results that you really, really want. And I can always tell when I'm not compressing, because again, your girl is human. I can always tell when I'm not compressing properly. I can always tell when I've eaten something that my body does not like, may have too much salt, all of those different things. Make sure you're cautious and conscious about your salt intake. Always can tell. And to this day, being 5 months post-op, my body is still hitting. I do still feel like that aggressive lipo in certain areas. I do still feel like kind of a little bit of soreness in my back and sometimes my hips. I do. I'm being very honest. This is not go have surgery and girl, all your problems are solved. No, you go have surgery to obtain the body you want and maintain the body you want to get and maintain the body you want to have. Truly, that's truly why they call it a BBL journey. This is not have surgery and you back in it. No, it's not gonna solve everything. You're gonna have to work out. You're gonna have to eat well, and I highly recommend prior to your surgery date, at least 6 weeks before. If you can't do 6 weeks, do at least a month. Anything helps. Cleanse your body. So prior to having surgery, I started making sure I had a good supplement. Started making sure I was walking and running and doing some cardio. What else? I made sure I had all of my vitamins after. So a lymphatic support drops that I have. I'll link those in the bio too, the description box. So essentially just make sure you set your body up for success in recovery and results, because I will say all of those different things, eating clean, taking my vitamins prior to surgery, really helped me after surgery, for sure. It helped me recover. It helped my immune system, and it helped my healing process and the kind of pain I experienced, because I really wasn't on narcotics like that either. The kind of pain I experienced was just soreness. It was not actual physical pain. So that's my recommendation. How much did your surgery cost? In total, my surgery, from preparations to cost of surgery to aftercare, cost a little over $12,000. Yeah, a little over $12,000. In probably not now. I may do like a complete. I probably will actually do like a full breakdown from start to finish, because I made Excel sheets, honey. Like, I wanted to be like so prepared, because let me explain. Let's just say, so for me personally, my surgery, just the surgery, cost $6,500. $6,500, okay? Just the surgery, okay? Let's add in the surgery center. When I got there, they're like, oh, you need this ab board, $50. Oh, I was like, I need a second faja, $120. Oh, you need one more foam, a piece of foam, $40. So I say all that to say, and the list goes on. The list goes on, okay? Everything adds up. I made sure to budget where I had everything I needed, but I set an additional $1,500.
We've got it.
I set $1,500 aside for those unexpected expenses. So just making sure, like, because when I say the things, it adds up. Everything adds up. And then even after you get back home. Massages. I got a massage packet. I think of like 7. I think it was 7. I think it was 7 for like $800. You at least minimum need 10 to 15 massages. To this day, I still get massages. 5 months post-op, I still get massages, because your body is healing. Your skin is trying to reconnect. So to each his own. I'm gonna continue to get massages. Not only does lymphatic massages help with drainage, lymphatic massages help for a lot of your lymphatic system, to support weight loss, to support retention of fluids, all of those different things. So definitely make sure you plan accordingly. Make sure you don't just plan for the $6,000 to $10,000 to have surgery. Make sure you plan for all of those unexpected expenses. Just because surgery is $6,500, just because surgery is $5,000, make sure you set at least another $1,500 or 2 bands aside. Just example. I had to extend my hotel. You know, at the very this is case in point. You know, because he wanted me to stay longer. You know how much it costs for the last minute notice? Because I had booked all of this stuff in advance. Your girl was on top of it, okay? I paid an additional $1,100 for what, 2.5, 3 extra nights? Yeah. I sure did. And I can show the receipts, no problem. Like, so make sure you plan accordingly. Anyways, do you have any regrets? Do I have any regrets? I don't. Not even one. I love my body. I do. Every single day it is changing. I understand that, again, surgery is not solving everything, and I still have to work out to maintain. I am very, very, like, appreciative that, and thankful that I was able to I am. As a woman, I think a lot of different things, being okay with self, and it's not just about physical. Surgery is not for everybody. But I do feel that I've got a boost of confidence after surgery. I do. After a certain age, baby, it is hard to drop the pounds. And I had been going back and forth for about 3 years. So like I had put my deposit down 3 years ago, put my deposit down, I told my best friend, hey yo, I think I'm gonna do this. She was like, no. So then I backed out. I was a little nervous. And then last year, I was like, something has to, like, I have to do something. I want to feel good about myself. Grew up an athlete. There's just certain things that I just wasn't happy with about my body. So I fixed it. And I felt that was the best decision for myself. And that's what I did. I went to Miami and got some hips and some ass. And a waist. Don't forget the waist. So, no, I don't have any regrets. And to lead it to, would you do it again? Hell yeah, I would do it again, actually. I would. Maybe after I don't have any. Maybe after baby number 1, I'll go back, ask wherever he is, have that push present to include. But no regrets, I don't have any. Do you like your results? So initially, I was shook. So remember, with the fall out of surgery, the compression, the foams, and the boards, because you don't put your boards in until a week after. Yeah, you don't put your boards in until roughly like a week after, I want to say. My initial results, my ass, I have to see if I can like blur it out and like drop some pictures in like right here or something, or somewhere. We'll see. But my initial results, I said, what the hell did I just do?
911, what's your emergency, please?
My booty was sitting up so high to the sky. Oh, I had called my best friend. She was like, oh my gosh. Coming to find out, weeks later, she said, girl, if your booty had dropped, I didn't know how to tell you. My booty was sitting so high, it was like a shelf booty, and it was so firm. And then a week later, my hips weren't like, a lot of things initially were not symmetrical. At that point, I said, what did I do? That's when I thought I had regrets. That is when the regret set in. I was like, one hip is lopsided, my ass is too big. It was a mess. I was like, what did I just do? Do not look in the mirror. Take the mirrors out. Don't look in the mirror. I'm gonna say it again. If you take nothing from this video, do not look in the mirror and compress. Take that too. But don't look in the mirror. You have to give your body time to heal. You have to give yourself time to your results actually have to set in. They have to set in. And I'm gonna show you guys my results. They have like the booty gotta drop. Compression has to happen. Because remember, every time you come out of your faja in that first 6 weeks to shower, whatever you do, what you eat, your body instantly is going to swell. It's gonna happen. You're not bound to. It will happen because your compression is your support. Your compression is what's making that skin come back in, reattach. Your compression is what's making all those fluids. You be able to urinate those fluids out. So do not look in the mirror. Do not look in the mirror. That's why today I can say, no, I don't have regrets. First week, second week, first month. Devastation. I was like, oh my gosh, my butt's too big, my hips are, it was, yeah. Don't look in the mirror. Don't look in the mirror. So, and let your results set in. Keeping surgery a secret. That was a question because I kept my surgery a secret until about a month to 3 weeks prior. And that's only because I just didn't want to deal with judgment. I didn't want to deal with people questioning my decision, people trying to talk me out of my decision. Why would you do that? They got all these different things about BBLs these days. Do y'all not understand? My fat, nothing of faux is being put in my body. My own subcutaneous and the other one, I can't remember the name, is being sucked out of my body. Only one can get sucked out, actually. Neither here nor there. You guys get my point. My own fat is being sucked out of my body and put exactly where I want it. I didn't get no butt implants or any. My own fat. Neither here nor there. I kept my surgery a secret because I wanted to be able to have a clear mind as to if I really wanted to do this. I wanted to make sure no one could convince me yes, no one could convince me no, and no one could prompt making the decision yourself, because now I'm confused and I didn't want to go through all of that. I wanted to make sure this was something I really wanted. I wanted to make sure this is something that was for me. I wanted to see how serious I was about this. And I proved myself that I really wanted it. I made sure I was properly prepared. So yeah, that's why I kept my surgery a secret. And dealing with the naysayers was my question that I felt like dealing with people who think that you shouldn't have surgery, dealing with people who say you don't need surgery, dealing with people who just go against the fact that you want surgery. Do what is best for you. At 30 years old, I felt in order for me to have the body I wanted, to have the confidence, to gain a piece of myself back, confidence I wanted, I felt that was the best decision for me. It was. I felt like I couldn't do it by myself. Again, there's things like Ozempic, there are things like a tea, there's, what's the other one? Wegovy. There's all of these different things. There's no wrong or right way. People take weight loss pills. It's no worse than a man taking a get up pill. It makes him happy and it makes him be able to go off, huh? So, do what is best for you, babe. Do what's gonna make you happy, because this is your body and this is the body you have to live in. And if you feel like getting surgery is gonna make you happy, do it. I support you. If you support yourself, that's all that matters. Dealing with nerves before and after surgery. I was nervous until I laid down. Actually, no. I was nervous until I put my robe on, got in there, and I was like, dang. You're really doing this, sister girl. You were really doing this. And then after that, I was like, girl, she's a number one star. What? The number one star. I did it. And I woke up in pain, and then I ended up really happy. Here I am. After surgery, remember why you did it. You did it for self. You did it because this is what something you wanted. Yes, it's not going to be an easy process. Yes, you're going to be in a little bit of pain. That's it. That's all. That's what I literally told myself every single day. Like, this is a choice you made. It's not going to be perfect. I cried cried a few times. I was like, why would I do this? But that's normal. Take your vitamins, take your supplements, keep moving. Crucial. There were days that I wanted to just lay in bed, and instead of just laying in bed, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna walk around the house. Keep yourself busy. I made sure to keep myself busy, and that really helped. And then instead of using narcotics, because it does constipate you, I found something, it's called liquid coblet, that I've used in the past for other surgeries that I've had, not cosmetic, but I wanted to do a more natural take on it, just because Western medicine sometimes can't, it's not our friend. I think that is it. Let me show you guys my results. So I just got a new faja. This is my stage 2, stage 3 faja. I have now I have 4 fajas. So make sure you guys don't rush compression. Do not rush your compression. Make sure you stay in your stage 1 faja for the correct amount of time. A lot of doctors say, but specifically, if you look at my best reference for me personally that I use was Devereaux fajas. I think how you stage up, it's 1 month after. Don't rush compression, please don't, because you can compress too early. That is a thing, it is. I exercise. I initially started walking, but I exercised full exercise after my 6 weeks. And I'm just touching on little bits and pieces that I feel like I may have moved. After everything, would I do it again? Like I said, I would. So let me show you guys my results. I am in my stage 2. So here's this. And right now I am on, this is an extender right here. So this is Devereaux fajas, what I have. If you happen to get one, I highly recommend. Goes all the way up, you see here, all the way down, and then I have extra high compression on mine. I did not get a zipper on this one. Some of them do come with a zipper in the back that you have easy access, but this is an extender, and right now my goal is to get the extender out and only have the faja. So yeah, here is the results, and I'm gonna put some clips in at the end as well, so you guys can see me in a dress that I actually tried on in my very first BBL vlog. So be sure to go check that out. And another dress that I got new that I was like, the girls need to see this one. If I forgot anything, please comment. Please DM me. I am a very approachable person. I want to see all my girls succeed. Make sure you guys check out my first BBL vlog. Make sure you check out the second BBL vlog. It shows raw, uncut footage of your girl going under the knife. In my own personal experience. If you want to have surgery, babe, do it. If you want to go by yourself, do it. If you don't want to tell nobody, do it. Do what is going to make you happy, because that's what I did, and look at me now. Look at me now. I'm actually very pleased with my results. And to end, who I had my surgery by. Drum roll, please. It was Dr. Jonathan Fisher. I chose Dr. Jonathan Fisher at Icon Cosmetics, is what they're now previously known as Unique Aesthetics, because I liked his results. I liked that he was going to give me what I wanted. A very curvy, natural body. And that's exactly what I got. I didn't want my waist super small. I personally did not. I still want to give off that very natural body, but you know, a little bit of hip. So he gave me what I was missing, and I'm very pleased with my results. Very, very pleased. If you guys have any questions, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you comment your questions. Make sure you DM me. I am here to, you know, honestly, girl, let me know. Ask anything. If I don't know, we'll figure it out together. This is an experience, and everyone's experience is going to be different. I hope this video helped. Thank you guys so much for watching. Your girl. Love you.